So today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of these. These are one of my Whetstone holders. I have a wooden frame on top, a 2x4, and a mouse pad on the bottom, so that when you're sharpening your knife, this whole block doesn't move anywhere. Now, I recommend using double-sided stones for this, as it doesn't work well for small sharpening blocks, but as you can see, I can interchange the grit, and yeah, fits right in. When you go to sharpen your knife, if you put a bunch of pressure down, it doesn't go anywhere. So that's what we're making today. Anyway, I'm going to be making it for this whetstone. So what I did is grabbed a 2x4. Now this is already cut, and some scrap pieces. These are, I think these are 1/2 inch thick, and I'm not sure how wide that is, but just get some small scrap pieces and just cut the 2x4 long enough so that you can fit 2 of your scrap pieces on either side. And that's the first step. Then, of course, I'm going to cut some scrap pieces. I'm going to cut the scrap pieces to fit that, and I'm going to cut a piece for that side and for that side. So if you see right here, I did my best. I held this about to the edge. I made a pencil mark at about the edge of the 2x4. You're going to make your cut right there, then you're going to make your 45-degree angles. Pretty self-explanatory. And that's good enough for what we need. We just need to make sure that it'll fit right here. So I'll use this as the guide. Take another piece and go ahead and mark and cut this one too. Now I have 2 pieces. And they fit just about right on both sides. So that's all we really need. Then we're going to have pieces. They're going to be as long as the entire 2x4. And I'm just going to eyeball this. You can make it perfect. Doesn't matter. It only matters what you care about. And I'll just mark it. So this piece I just cut is about the whole length of the 2x4. So that's about good. And per usual, I'm going to get another piece, use my first cut as my guide, and I'm going to go ahead and mark this. And this one's about good as well. So these will sit on the sides somewhat, and these will sit on the ends. Now what's important next is that you make good 45-degree angle cuts on these pieces, and I'll move to that. After you make the cuts, go ahead and just briefly match it up. Now if you look here, that'll be hard to tell, but I'll see what I can do. Alright, if you look here, I'm going to match it up to this corner, and we're going to see if it matches up to this corner. See how it's a little off? We're going to cut a little more off of this corner. We want the corners to perfectly match up, and they don't. Alright, the way to know you did a good job is that it matches up like this. Then all I'm going to do is glue and nail each piece to the 2x4. And then if you look, it hangs off the sides a little bit. I'm just going to sand that, or I'll leave it. It doesn't really matter. But yep, that's going to be your picture frame on top. So I made some errors, you know, split the wood, but basically all you need. Now this extra stuff I'm just gonna sand off, but it holds it pretty well, and I have to force it in a little bit, but that's good. It won't come out. But yeah, now the next step, after I sand this off so that it's flush, that's just for cosmetics, you don't really need it. This will stop it from moving front and back as long as you have a snug fit, is I'm going to put some epoxy down here, and I have a computer mat, and I'm going to epoxy the computer mat to the bottom so that this will not slide when you're trying to sharpen your knife. So I have this mouse pad. It's decent, but it'll be good enough. You just really just need a mouse pad. Like I said, do even portions of the yellow and the white, if you use Gorilla Glue, that is. I also find it helpful to break the two apart so you can make sure you get even portions. Stir it up real good. I'm just using a scrap piece of wood I have, and make sure to put it evenly. I'm gonna need some more. So now the finished product should look about like that. You got your mouse pad at the bottom, you got your frame on the top, and if you put pressure on it, it shouldn't move. So when you put a whetstone inside of here, it'll do fine. Now mine's a little sloppy, but it's like the third one I made. I stopped caring. I just need functionality.